why doggy daycare can sometimes cause dog aggression, and it's probably not what you think. So the most obvious answer to why this might happen is your dog has a bad experience at daycare. Say they get attacked by another dog or something like that, which leads to them thinking that dogs are scary and they become very aggressive. The actual point of this video is nothing to do with that. So it's actually kind of the opposite. So this does vary depending on how the daycares run, but how a lot of them are run is the dogs turn up crazy excited, super excited to see each other, and then they have a crazy mad play session. There's sometimes not a lot of guidelines around what's appropriate and what's not, so it's often very full on, very amped up, sometimes a little bit bullying. And what happens from that is basically they learn that every time they see a dog, they start to expect to be able to rush up and have a crazy mad play session with every dog that they see. And where that can become an issue is when they're not in that environment and that's not appropriate. Say you're on a walk and there's another dog and that dog may or may not want your dog to greet them, your dog then starts getting frustrated that they can't go and greet that other dog. And so they might start whining, barking, pulling on the lead, lunging at the dog, basically getting really worked up and frustrated because they just really want to go and play with it. And so that can be an issue in itself to deal with, but where it can get worse is the more that frustration creeps in and in and in, is it can actually start to turn a little bit aggressive because your dog starts getting really, really frustrated that they can't access that dog, and so they might start growling, their barking gets a bit deeper, and then it keeps escalating from there. So if you don't nip this in the bud, it can actually, ironically, turn into full-blown dog aggression, despite it, on-lead aggression usually, despite it starting off as excited, wanting to play. And then sometimes it can actually lead to full-blown aggression even off the lead because they just get so used to seeing another dog and getting so worked up.